Today, I'm going to just explain that how tools and definition is working. I've been working on this for last 7 days. Looks like it's simple, but it's actually not. It's kind of a complicated. Look, we have a. I'm going to focus on the definition cluster and the tools today. More focus on tools today. So you see uh, the three tabs is actually sharing the one buttons here. Once you click on button, the data needs to be submit to the updated the database. And yeah, it's kind of like yeah, kind of a logic. So the way what I did is like everything from here is using the use state. But for the sharing things, then I just updated the state manager state using the Redux because Redux is sharing from top to the bottom. So yeah, I just updated that tools, the module data, definition module data, and the clustering module data is right. It made it added to the Redux state, and then this button will be judge if his data is available. If his data available, allow them to click. As soon as I click the save button, so then another mechanism logic will be basically will be search each different collections and then updated the from the server side. Okay, let's focus on this, and I will jump right in. Okay, from these tools, you will see I'm bring the data from the two tab. This is two tab. I'll bring the data in. So on the left hand side, we have a collection, just like list of the tools, right? When and yeah, you can add a new tool right here, right? The new tool will be assigned the default value for it, and then allow you to look at that. See, allow you to uh, retire the tool from here too. So and so forth, and then yeah, once you select, right, so the right side of the forms will be changed the properties based on your selection. For example, you have a tools, and then you select the properties belongs to the entity errors. So then allow you can change that. You can change this. So once you get the changed, so the data, look at that. The data will be changed. See that changed, right? The data will be passed into the tools, the state. Look at that. So we're at the arrow, entity arrow, right? Which is the first one, and then arrow. And then we'll see the property. What is the property? Is the change person, contact person right here. See that changed is right there. So the data will be updated. The state. So let's get things to trigger and it is state. Right. Other than that, we have the permission. Really is another set of data. Right. The data will be passed in through the parent component. It will be listed here, and click. We have a pop-up. So you see, when you select, it will be updated. See that you can click this here, right? And like that, will be updated the state. Will be get the data here. So so on and so forth. Yeah, but of course you can allow you to delete that. This as well. I need to focus on. I put a background image here. Anyway, let's quickly jump into and let me see if there's anything else. Is not for yeah. Here is another dialog as well. Module window, whatever you said. Really, we have lots of module window, and then we put together. This is another page is called permission. So from here we have two dialog module, right? Oh, another one is right here. So this will be selection. Once you select, right, click yes, push MDM. Remember that? So push MDM, right? So this will be select. This is another way MDM archive part. So this is another way. I'm also using the use state as well. To as soon as use state change, this binded to the use state and then a job service, and there will be a change. So source of fall really is like a click. This will be data with flags here. So this will be the same logic as using instead of the definition as well. So let me quickly jump into tools code to explain the whole thing. So again, this is data. I flip back data from the tab to a tab. From here, we find the tools. I mean the tab tools, and then we'll be bringing the data right here. So how the data does that? So the tool data will be generated from tool data right here, which is called tools data. The API endpoints that I will receive data. So this data will pass it over to the tools, to the tools component. And of course, we have a select entity as well. So the entity is select entity, which is this guy. Once you click, you select the new entity, right? So and the data we're passing to the second component, which is property, to do this. So this is actually under the tools. This is under the property. This is components. So another thing is job service data. So this is talking about this. So we need this data, pop it up. Okay, three things. Pass into the tools. Then let's get into the tools. So from here, of course, you will receive all of this data, right? And this toolbar. And we have a tools like data, entity, and the jobs, job service data. Right? And then we will go down here. You'll see the SPX will be having a collection of the tools item right here. This toolbar, right? Okay, tools item right here. Right, and also we have another tools toolbars in there, which is the two toolbars as we mentioned right here. In there is this toolbar, right, and the property and also the permission. So toolbar will bring in the data. Tools data we're bringing, high order component bring down to the child component and select the tools as well. Bring this too, and it will bring the job service data, which really exactly the three things passing from the tab bars passing pass down to the tools, and from the tools will pass on to the tab banner inner, right? From the tab banner inner, so we'll be passed it in, right? And then we'll have select the tools and also tools as well, and this will bring down to the properties, this really high order component, and then pass the props, stagingly down to the charter component, right? From here is the property, right? From the property, we just pass in the data. Really is right here. Select the tools and the job service. Really from toolbar, tools, and from the toolbars inner, and I get to the property page, which is really right here. Okay, again, this is tool. This is the tool. The properties underneath of the toolbars. Really okay. So from the tool again, jump back to here, and we are just iterate through this, right? We just get to the two items. Get the two items, right? We just bring in the data. We just iterate through here. Okay, once the data is clicked, so set tools will be triggered. So this is will be the function from the two items, right? inject the component. This will be triggered to handle selected tools right here. This is what is it? What does that do? Will be current tools. We'll set the current tools, which is like memorize what the current tool is being selected. This method I'm using very broadly, widely, so it's a very useful data. Okay, so since the data is collected, right, you keep in the memory, and then this is selected data will be passed uh, passed down to the another section of the data, which is select the tool. You see that, right? Select the tools. Once click, select the tools, well, right, and it will update it. Updated the state right here. The state, right? So this state will be printed into another component. So this is the way you exchange your components. Right? We'll pass into the tab bar inner. From tab bar inner, you'll select the tools from the tool from here, right? From the state component, the variable, right? We'll pass into here. And then from the toolbar, you pass down, select tools, you pass down. So from the property, it really is like you are getting the selected tools from another component, and then the higher component from other tools, and will bring them to your current component right here. Property can use the selected tool, right? Selected tools just as soon as since you have a selected tools, right, and select the tool data, what should I say? You have selected tools, and I bring the selected tools and create another in there, the state management, right? I use state, so that data will be used, pass into the properties component. So it's right here. This indicates let me just show you the data quick. This is also the data, right? The tool data. Let me see. Where's the tool data? Yeah, there's tools data, right? So select the data, which means you select each one of the collections, object collection, right? So the select the data and then point to one of the collection data. Will bring this in, just to pass them over, which exactly is right here. We'll pass them over. That's why you see. Click here, right? Select the tools and get this the data change, right? And then from the other side, emit up. This is what I did. You know what? For example, if you say this is the data, right? And it will get the updated. So how does that? Which is on change, triggers on change functions right here. Once the on change, right, I will trigger on handle on change to state, right? This will be really is right here, right? So from here, and I will trigger that function it does, right? What the will be bringing the e dot or target the name, yeah, e dot target the name, which is the here right here. So this is target name, this is target value. Right, we're bringing these two things, and then remember we have the selected tool data as the state, right? And then we change that. We keep it in the state, right? So this is a selected tool. Also, we need to change the entire tool as well, which is the tool data, right? Once this gets changed, right? You see, bringing the entire tools, and it finds the element, which is the object, based on the selected tool data name, and the element the name, which is pivot down, right? And look into it, and it finds that it is match. So this is will update it. Select the tool data and to the object, which is updated the entire current tools, right? And you will see, the data is updated, and then in the meantime, meantime, and I will update it. I will using the Redux from here. Was using Redux called updated tools, right? And I define this is right there. This is the Redux method, right? Updated tools. So, and then we'll update the another level of the state management. So let me just quickly jump onto the update the tools. What does that mean? Updated tools is really we defined the model actions right here. Updated tools right here, which is really will bring in the tools, dispatch, and type is this guy, and then give it to the payroll, right? And then next, you will call reducer right here, right? We will find the same type, which is model type model updated tools. So right here, model updated tools, right? Which is like case of model updated tools, right? And then from here we'll bring in the state, current state, and then find the tools, and then we're gonna update the tools, which is tools, state tools, and the payroll. This will be updating type tools. So as soon as the tools gets updated, which is the main crossed application, right? And then we will see updated tools, which is we can remember. So how the save button will work basically. So save button is right there. It's called entity type, very high order component on the very top of that. So from here, and then we can bring in, map state to props. This is the Redux method. From here, we will bring in the tools right here, right? Bring in the tools that data is in the memory, right? As soon as we have that, we can just tools this updated. So as soon as you change that, right, this tools data will be updated, right, and it will be made up and jump very, jump higher and up to here. Really, this is a few step one, right? This one level, right? Another level is this is tools level, and then another toolbars level, and jump on top of that another another toolbars menu. This is tab menu, tab menu, right? And yes, so from high order component, you will receive it updated tools collections, and from here you can do whatever you want. Right now, I didn't do anything. Once the endpoint, the API is ready, I'm going to call API from here to update the database. This is the whole workflow, how things is tied in and work together. From high order component 1 to the tab bar, and to the tools, to the tab bar inners, and to the property. This is how the things is working all across each other together. Let me bring this to someone else. So really 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 components is work together and make that happen, right? And what I wanted to point it out is that once you do the emit up, what you need to do, the key point for the data changes is really you need to bind the data first. For example, so how you change this data, really you need to bind this data first, which is mean once the data is kick in, right, you need to store into the state, and then from the state, bind the state to the property, which is mean, and then once you changed, right, you really change the state. So the state know you gets changed, right? That's why you can do anything else. This is not isolated. This is super important. Let's just jump right into the code and get to the property. Remember, this is a property, right? So in order to fill this entire form, right, which is this, what I did is like I do this is select the tools data, right? This is really actually, this data actually is I define it right here from the beginning of the properties. So this really is initially inject the selected tool. Remember that the selected tool is bring from the high order component, right? and I need to initially do that. And also I place a use effect. So what this use effect does is updated when as a select tools gets updated, which is mean once you click, this gets updated, select tools updated, right? This use effect will be triggered. So once that triggered, right, it will be passing the new selected tool data, right, using the set selected tool data, which is the use state to update the selected tool data, right? Remember, this data is binded to the you know the tag for the UI. So your UI will get changed. This is super important. And the other way around, once you click on each one of those property, you want to get to you get the data change. Also, you want to let your high order, your parent component know what you need to do is you need to from the high order component, right? You needed to define your method, which is on change method. See the on change to state is really is on change to state is really here. Let me see. Oh yeah, this is a just solved into the same level of the property. What they usually would do is you really needs to be emitted up, right? And from the high order component, define your handle job method, and then bring down the handle job and let the others to do. Let me see if I can find the sample for it. Toolbar. From here is no. From here is no. Yeah. All I need to do is a handle retrieve tools. The process three. Tie rules. Yeah, like this, right? Let's say from here, and we have a toolbar right there, right? Once you click on there, this will be triggered. So you need to emit it up the methods. Okay, probably this is try to explain the whole thing, work forward about the week, and I will try to remember all of that. And this is for this. Thank you.